Hey everybody, so I got a few games lately. Some of them were Christmas gifts. Some of them were games that I purchased when a friend of mine was putting in order because they had great sales. And a lot of it was from the FalCon silent auction. So they auctioned off a few games that was from their library. So, and they just have a list of games. You kind of put an amount that you're willing to pay for. So I put on a few and you don't know what you get until the auction is over. So, and I've got a few. So let me show you what I've got in my pile. So first thing is this is a gift that I got from my friend Ashley. I got the game Dice Command over the summer. And Dice Command, like you could get a 3D kind of file for printing the little tanks. So when you roll doubles, you can actually stack those dice to make them tanks, so they're armored vehicle. And instead of just stacking the dice, you can buy, or you can 3D print these little tanks. So I asked my friend Ashley to do these for me and I forgot all about it. Well, I got them as a Christmas gift from her. And look how freaking cute these are. So they're just little tanks. And I asked them for them to be in black, just because, you know, it's an army tank. So they look amazing. And I have like a bunch of them here. So that was the first thing in my pile here. Very excited for these little tanks. So my Dice Command tank. I also went on a bit of a kick for Christmas themed games. Christmas is coming and I just didn't really have any Christmas games. So I was like, well, and then there's a few that was part of that sale, so I got a couple. The first one that I got is Christmas Light. And we actually played it. We did a full game day with Carla and Ashley and Cherry, a couple friends of mine. And we ended up playing this one. And it's kind of it plays a little bit like Hanabi in a way where, and I think it's Hanabi where you're doing the firework, because you have all these cards and they're facing out. You don't see what you got. But you got a pattern card that you need to try to get the other people. Well, you need to try to get the lights in that order to create your Christmas light. But you don't know what you have, but you can trade or you can ask for clues. It's neat. My friend Cherry ended up winning, but I was really close. So I got that one. And then from the silent auction with FalCon, I also got the 12 Days of Christmas. And we actually played it just last night. And this one is neat. So you have 12 of the, 12 drummer drumming, and then you have 11 piper piping. So you have 12 of those cards, and then 11 of those cards, and then 10 of the next cards, and then 9 and 8 and so on. So there's only one card that's a partridge in a pear tree. And I think this is like called a ladder climbing game. So you would play either a run or so many of a kind, and then the next person would have to play the same of what you're doing. So if you play just one, they have to play just one. If you played a run, they have to play a run. But it doesn't matter if you put a run of 3 and they end up putting a run of 5. The only thing is you have to play so that your card you play is lower than the card that's already on the table. So having the pair in the number 1 is the best card in the game. So you're trying to get rid of all of your card. First person to get rid of the card gets the wrap presents. And then you're doing this until all the presents are distributed. Now, if somebody wins the present because you got rid of all your cards, whoever has the most cards in their hands have to give up one of their presents to the winner if they have one. It's really neat. The artwork is super pretty. This one was cool. Then I got from an order another Christmas game, and that's Holly Jolly. And we played this one yesterday as well. So you kind of put the cards out to create this tree. The 3 in the middle here is what you're going to kind of score on. So you'll put that, and then it can be tinsels or light. So let's say I'm putting tinsels, then I would tally up all the numbers of the cards that have tinsels on it, and then that number, if it represents one of the ornaments, I would take the ornament. And it's like a set collecting game. If it's not represented out here, then I can go below and take one of the presents that's under the tree. Now, it could be that the ornament I do select tells me to go ahead and take a card from under the tree, and those are going to be worth points as well. That one was super neat. I enjoyed it quite a bit. So this one's 2 to 4, but it was fun. Then I was gifted from my friend Cherry Ghost Blitz, the dice game. My friend Carla had talked about it, and it was one that I wanted to try. So we actually played it again last night. We played a lot of the games last night. And it's neat. So you roll the dice, and there's 5 different dice. So if you have one that has the majority, then you got to go and find the dice that is that color. So if the majority was all chairs, and the chairs is actually red, then you will go look at the red dice, and whatever is on that red dice is what you need to pick up. Now, if you had 2 and 2, then you got to take whatever, like 2 symbols that matches, and then another 2 symbol that matches. Then you got to go and take that 4th or the 5th symbol. That's what you need to grab. And it's kind of a speed game. So first you got to figure out, look at all the dice. It's like, hey, what do I need to grab? And then you go and reach and grab it. Me and Nick really enjoyed it. Lee and Lily, they bowed out. It's like, no, this is not for me. So this isn't necessarily going to be a game for everybody, but I quite enjoyed it. It was neat. And then I got the Magician for the escape room, the game. So I've played the escape room, the game a few times. This tends to be like a New Year's Eve tradition for me now. And we tend to do them. And what I like with this one is you actually have the bomb that is ticking down. So you get that sense of urgency. And you get these different keys that you got to put in, and you push down all at the same time to see if you've got the right code. And you're trying to kind of get the code so that you can move forward in the mystery. So this one is called The Magician. It's a 3.5 difficulty level. So I wonder how it's going to go. But this is one of those that you play once, the game gets destroyed as you play, but it's so much fun. And it plays in an hour because that's what the countdown is. I really enjoy the games in this series, so I haven't tried The Magician, so I'm excited to see what that's going to be all about. And then, so The Magician was a gift from Carla, and she also gifted me Chicago Cribbage. So she's like, well, since you're such a big crib fan, which I am, I'm Acadian, we grew up playing crib all the time. This is a special deck of cards that you would play with as you play crib. So it adds all these different special action as you're playing crib, and some of the cards will do different things. So one is like trade hands. Oh, that would suck. Deal again, cut again, no 15. So okay, reverse counting. You know what? I'm excited. I'm excited to give this one a try. Just kind of take the game of crib. So you still need the board, you still need the peg, you're still pegging as you play, but the specialty deck for kind of changing the rule and make it a little bit more gamey, I guess. So this is going to be neat. I'm excited to try this one. Then, and I'm kind of going through all these games in order of size because they're all stacked biggest to the bottom. So this is part of an order that I had put in because it was on sale. And I got it. It's right here. It's Terraforming Mars Era's Expedition. It was on sale for like $20. So I'm like, my friend's like, hey, it's on sale. Do you want it? I'm like, twist my rubber arm. Yeah, I want it. So, but what's really neat is it's the dual layered board. So like the recessed board that'll hold all the cubes and stuff in place. It looks beautiful. I've never played this one. I've played Terraforming Mars, which is behind me somewhere here. So I've played Terraforming Mars. I like Terraforming Mars. I hear that this one is kind of semi-card version and a little bit faster to get it played. So I'm super excited to get it tried. I haven't played this one before. But yeah, that was a wicked deal. So super excited for this one. And then this one here is from the auction at FallCon. It's FunkoVerse, the Golden Girls. So I now have FunkoVerse Harry Potter, the Draco and Ron Weasley one. I have Marvel one, and I have Jurassic Park one, and I have the Golden Girl one. I haven't played them yet. I'm like so excited about the different, I just haven't had the chance to get it to the table yet, but I want to. I'm going to have to give this one a try. You know, like since Betty White passed away, it's kind of like nostalgia now. You're so, I'm excited. So, FunkoVerse, the Golden Girls. Let's make some more room. I've got more games coming. This one I bought secondhand from Facebook Marketplace. And this is a game that I've been wanting for a long time. And I kind of make arrangement to get it, and then I don't. And then I was like, oh, maybe I should get it. And then I don't. And then I was like, my friend, actually, he texted me. He's like, hey, are you ignoring me? I just posted games to sell and you haven't bought anything yet. They seek me out. And it's Undaunted Normandy. I love Memoir 44. And it's all based on the Battle of Normandy. I've heard amazing thing about this one, and I'm super excited to try it. And as I said, I was like, I never fully quite pulled the trigger before. So got this one now. It looks super good. So from what I understand, it's like a deck building game based on the Battle of Normandy. So I'm about to find out. I'm going to play this soon because Christmas is coming, and I'm actually off between Christmas and New Year, so I'm hoping to play a lot of games during that time. So I'll try to get this one played. It looks amazing. Next, because we're not done. This is also from the FalCon auction, the silent auction. And it's Quarriors Light versus Dark. I have Quarriors, the base game, and I love it. It's like Dominion, but with dice. So you're not buying cards to add to your deck. You're buying dice to add to your bag. And on your turn, you're going to draw in your bag and pull some bags out, and then you're going to roll it. So it's not just, oh, I got really powerful cards, because it also depends on the roll. And then you are going to battle the other dice that are around you, and you score the points if your dice is still on your board when your turn starts. So you're trying to get some powerful dice. But so I've already got the base game. This is also a standalone. So you could play this one alone. You could play the base game alone, but then you can use a set of base cards from either one and then mix the different dice that you can get. So, and then it comes with so many dice. I just love Quarriors. Now I've played also the superhero version one. I forget what it's called, that plays similar to this. The one difference with that one is, with this one you have all the dice that's available to everybody. The other one is you have your own special dice that are available just to you, some that are available just to the other one. And I didn't like it quite as much as I liked Quarriors. So, Quarriors, Light versus Dark. So it just adds a bunch of, oh look, it's Eric Lam. Mike Elliott and Eric Lang is the designers, and I coming across with more and more Eric Lang, and I'm liking his stuff more and more. I'm just going to show you because it's so neat. You have that plastic cover that holds everything in place, and look at all those dice. Ah, I'm so excited. Okay, so I can't remember what I bid on this one, but I think it was decent. And this is another one that I got from the silent auction. Unfortunately, somebody wrote their name on there with a Sharpie. Whatever. Like I said, 80% of my game collection is purchased secondhand. That's one way of keeping like the costs under control a little bit. But this is Quarto. So Quarto is abstract game, and we're trying to get 4 different type of things in a row. And it has to do with the shape or whether it's hollow and the color and so on. But the trick is that the other player picks your piece for what you're going to play. Then you decide where you're going to play. Then you would pick their piece that they're going to play. And the first person to get the 4 in a row wins. I've never played it though, so this is just from what I've heard and what I've kind of looked up. But so I got Quarto. And then this is also from Facebook Marketplace. I've played this game at FalCon for the first time, and I loved it. And it's one that I heard great things, and I was like, okay, if I ever come across it, I'm getting my own copy. And that's Downforce. Downforce comes up every time somebody talks about race games. I have a lot of boys, so I've got 3 boys and one girl. So, and they all really like the race game. Actually, 2 of my boys are motocross racers as well. So we play race games lots. And before this, Formula D and Formula Motor Racing were our favorite race game. They haven't tried this one yet. So I've played it, and it was so good. It was so interesting. It's just kind of the bidding, the way that worked, and then the way that the mechanism worked, because you have the cards that'll have different colors and numbers associated with it, and that kind of determines which car is going to move forward by how much. And so you're going to be playing now. You don't move just your own car. You'll be moving like multiple cars. Sometimes might be just yours, but then sometimes it's going to be a lot of other cars. So just, it's anybody's race, right? It's really interesting. Then also from the auction, the silent auction, I got Dominion. What is this one? Dominion Seaside. And then I've got Dominion Prosperity. I don't buy a lot of expansions. But with Dominion, when it just kind of adds more variety, I like those. Like I find with Dixit, it needed more varieties. With Dominion, it adding more variety just kind of keeps the game fresher. So, and then I think I bid like $12 on these, $12.50. So I got them both for that price, which I think is a really fair price for Dominion. So before that, I had just the base game, and then I had the first expansion, and I'm looking that way, and I'm not even sure if they're over there. But so now I have 2 more expansions just to kind of add more variety. Super excited for these. So it was actually a pretty good haul. Again, my friend ended up collecting those for me, so I went and got them just last week, and that's why I'm just showing them now. So those are the new games that just recently got added to my collection. If you've played any of these, let me know what you think of them. And then stay tuned because, Christmas is still coming. There might be new games. And maybe not. I imagine I'm difficult to buy for just because, I do this and I buy my own games all the time. But if we'll leave it at that, and then I'm sure we'll connect again kind of after the holidays and see how it is. In the meantime, Merry Christmas, everybody.